gang, what's going on? Big Rob, Make Beer Easy. Today we are going to give you a brown ale recipe. I'm not drinking a brown ale. Kind of looks like a brown ale. I'm drinking it's an Irish red, and it's a terrible pour because I was in a rush to get it poured to get this video going because I'm trying to get it done before my kids get home, man. Terrible pour. It looked a lot worse than that earlier. Anyway, cheers. It's Friday. Giving you a brown ale recipe today. Okay, so this is a this is going to be a 5-gallon batch for you. I believe it's going to be a 5-gallon batch. I got my computer in front of me, so I'm not quite there yet. But when I get there, I think I did it at 5 or 6 gallons. Love myself brown ale. For those of you who've been following me for a while, I felt a little nostalgic today, and I busted out the shades, tossed on the old chapeau, the old hat, breaking back the old wild and crazy Rob days, yeah. Might bring some of those back, man. Those are more fun videos to do. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know. Should I calm her down and have a nice, we're talking about beer, or should we get crazy and get a little nutty like we used to? Let me know in the comments down below. Brown ale recipe. So I like the British beers. Anyone who knows me shouldn't be a big surprise. I like British beers, so this one's going to be a British brown ale, north, south, whatever. I haven't really busted that out, but it's not an American one, okay? If you want to Americanize it, all you got to do is hop the shite out of it, and I'll tell you how to do that as we get going. So I'm going to give you a recipe if you want to brew your own or modify your own. I'll give you a couple tips first. The first is you need, if you're going to brew British, I think actually even American, use British Pale Ale. Maris Otter's my favorite. Go with something like that. Gives a nice bready, tasty flavor. Also slightly darker than the American 2-row. So you want to have, again, this is a red ale, although it does kind of look like a brown ale, to tell you the truth. Hold on, I need a sip, yeah. Specialty grains. Crystal malt's always a go-to. Makes up anywhere 10 to 15% of the grain bill. Some will use 80 and higher. I keep it between 45, Lavabon to 60. Chocolate malt's also typically used, but not more than 5% of the grain bill. I'm going to put a link under this video right to the blog where you can go read what I'm reading right now and see the recipe all busted out for you. Okay, so right under this video, I'm going to put the link to what I'm reading, which is a blog post, brown ale recipe. Victory malt sometimes used. Roasted and black malts used very sparingly, 1 to 2%. Okay, hops. Traditionally, this style of beer does not have any hop aroma, doesn't have any flavor. We're not talking about the American version. We're talking traditional versions of this, the English. Some other European countries also brew their own brown ales, and they don't have any hop aroma, fairly low levels of bitterness. Okay, so you're looking for an IBU range of about 20 to 30. Okay, not a hoppy beer. Okay, the hops that are used are traditional British hops, Northern Breweries, Kent Goldings, Fugels, North Down, and Challenger. Just enough to kind of balance the sweetness from the malt out. Okay, let me see. So English brown ale. A lot of recipes will only have a bittering hop addition. 1 ounce, 5-gallon batch. How many is that in liters? 5 gallons, 19 liters, 20 liters, somewhere around there. 1 ounce. Don't know what that is in 1 ounce. Trying to think what I can do for you guys who don't do ounces. Anyways, use the old Google converter. Put it in there. 1 ounce for a 5-gallon batch, bittering hop. Okay. If you want a little flavor and aroma, you can do another 1/2 to 1 ounce later on in the boil. Okay. Towards the end, even at flame out. Okay, this recipe I think I'm going to show you does it at 60 minutes and then again 30 minutes. If you're brewing the American one, here's the only difference that you got to do. Keep the grain bill the same that I'm going to do you. Choose your favorite American hops and hops the shit right out of it, okay? So pick your favorite American bittering hop and then pick your favorite aroma and flavor hops, okay? And then what you're going to do, instead of 2 hop additions, you could do during the boil, you could do 3 to 4 if you wanted, and then do one at 60, do one at 30 like I'm doing, and that's when I stop. But now you could also do one at 10, you could do one at 5, you could do one at flame out instead of 5, and then of course you could do dry hopping. On the link to the blog post, I'm going to have that blog post you're going to go to is going to have a link on how to dry hop as well. Okay, so if you don't know how to dry hop, it's in that blog post, so go check it out, because I'm not going to explain it in this video. I've already done a video on it. Don't know if I've done a video on it. Maybe I will do a video on it. Anyway, dry hopping. You could do one dry hop addition, wait to primary fermentation's over, about 2 to 3 days, and then do a dry hop addition. And then if you want to do, you could do a second one, and each time, an ounce, whatever. Depends how hoppy you want the son bitch to be, okay? Hop it up. Yeast strain, British ale yeast. British ale yeast strains is what you want. I am a dry yeast guy. Why? Because it's make beer easy, man. It's easy. Just cut it open, dump her in, you're good to go. So I like Safal, SO4, or Nottingham ale yeast are my two go-to English yeast. Ready for it? Here comes the recipe, and I got to fly, man. Kids are going to be home soon. Buzzer's going to be beeping, going to drive me crazy. If that happens while I'm in the middle of the video, I'm going to lose it. So I got to get this moving. So again, slow it down, watch it again, check out the blog post if you want to get details on this recipe. 5-gallon batch. OG, original gravity would be around 1.048. Final gravity would be around 1.012. IBUs 25, baby. ABV 4.8%. Grain bill, 8 pounds Maris Otter. Write it down. 1 pound Crystal 40L, 8 ounces of brown malt, 4 ounces of Carapils or dextrin malt. Carapils is dextrin malt. 4 ounces of pale chocolate malt. That's it for the grain bill. Hop schedule: 1 ounce of EKG, East Kent Goldings, baby, 60 minutes. Half an ounce of EKG, 30 minutes. That's all I do. Okay, that's what I'm doing on this one. Again, I already explained to you how to hop the shite in if you want. Again, told you about my yeast. I'm using SO4 or Nottingham. And I'm going to brew this one real soon. Brew day's coming. I've got some ingredients, but it's going to be a lager first, so stay tuned for that. I'm pretty excited. We're going to lager the hell out of Vienna lager. It's going to be cool. Anyway, recipe instruction, guys. You guys know how to brew. Hopefully, if not, you can check out the blog post. You can check out my blog on how to brew. Mash your crushed grains. Mash at 152, so I don't know. You figure out what you got to mash in it. Probably about 5 to 8 degrees higher. 60 minutes. Remove the grains, sparge, 168 degrees Fahrenheit water, bring the kettle up to pre-boil level. There's the kid, son of a, I'm gonna have to come back. Boil wort for 60 minutes, adding hops as per the schedule. Once the boil is completed, cool the wort down to yeast pitch and temperature. They're gonna buzz and drive me nuts. Transfer to your sanitized fermenter, pitch your yeast, let it ferment 10 to 14 days, cold crash 48 hours, package and carbonate, baby. Actually, I'm gonna finish the video and let them buzz and they can sit outside and wait for a second. That's what I got for you guys. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel. You gotta hit that ringy dingy little bell thing like they're doing right now if you want to get notifications when I put a new video up. And what else can I tell you? If you like recipes, head over to my blog. I give away my top 5 from my brew pub that I used to own. Check it out. Kids are driving me absolutely crazy. Big Rob is out of here. Oh, yeah, ring that bell.